Let's just see what's in this box. Let's see, X Endurance. Race week. Race week. It's finally here. Week 18 of the marathon training block. Man, this is I don't know if you know this, but this is definitely the longest training block. Let me just reflect real quick. Yeah, no, it's the longest training block of my life. I've never done a complete marathon training block of 18 weeks. So I'm new to the game too, everybody, as far as testing out 16 weeks, 18 weeks, 12 weeks. It's just, has it been a journey, and a cold one sometimes, a tiring one, early mornings, like this morning, but guess what? I slept like a champ last night. Yes, I did. Oh man, I feel so good. Feel so good. Out like a light. All right, here we go. Onward and upward. Isn't it fascinating how you can smell Chipotle from a half a mile away? That chicken smell, it's very distinguishable out in the city. Been discerning a new playlist on the channel, the best tacos for runners. Huh? What do you think? Cochino's right now is True Love and I's favorite taco place in Denver. I've just been thinking of changing it up a little bit, a little curveball to the daily upload, a little review playlist of food, specifically tacos for runners. That's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm thinking about. We're just rolling. Okay, about to update Strava for the last time in the training block. You know how you can select your weekly volume? You know, at the peak, we were at 130 in the training block, so I'm about to switch it over to 25. Now that's 25 miles before race day. So total for the week, it'll be about 50 after the race. But before the race, Monday to Saturday, 25 miles. Unbelievable. Actually, well, here you go. Today's run There it is on your screen. Front load a little bit heavy early in the week. Just keeping those legs moving with some strides in downtown Denver. But now it's so, I don't want to say bizarre, but it's just strange. I think it's strange to put 25 for the week coming off of, 130, 100s, and even last week at 50. So the last, through the taper, 75, 50, and 25. Ooh, feeling good. We're not 100%. I'd put the legs at like a 6, and I'd put about a 7 right now. 6.5 to 7. Come Wednesday, 2 days from now, we'll be approaching the 8s. Oh man, it's coming. It's coming. Of course, another step for getting in that zone is knocking out those errands. P.O. box, gassing up the car so we're ready to rock and roll to the airport. Just getting everything done. The bank. And whatever you got to do so you don't have to think about anything, especially those last 4 or 5 days before the race. I just like to have out the schedule clear. I don't know. It helps me. It's definitely what I do, what I've done before the Pikes Peak races the last couple of years. So, man, whew, today's that day. Keeping it all in perspective. Racing, training, careers, your house. That's True Love and I's first apartment right there. Simple abode. I think it was like 400 square feet right after we got married. Couldn't quite get that mortgage started right off the bat, pinching pennies. But I think we were there for 9 months, but that was our first apartment. I'm in the old neighborhood today, just keeping, as I get ready and enter the zone for Rotterdam, one of my first steps, always, is perspective. So part of my process for racing, peak races especially, is to step back. Just step back and keep the bigger picture in mind. Time to focus. Time to get in the zone, everyone. Oh, set that over there. Whoo, that's heavy. Let me just open this up. Here we go. So before I forget, group runs in the Netherlands, listed below in the description. Group runs, all right, in Rotterdam and Amsterdam. Oh boy, this chair's a little wobbly, but we're gonna make it work, all right? Also, if you have a podcast or a YouTube channel, you wanna do an interview with me after Rotterdam, there's about 4 or 5 time slots left after the race, all right? So again, link down below if you want to sign up for that. Okay, before we get you that comment of the day, question of the day, let's just see what's in this box. Let's see, X-Endurance. X-Endurance, don't know what this is. Fuel 5 Quick Energy, Sustained Energy, interesting. Looks like some recovery drinks, recovery powders, cool. Awesome, well thank you X-Endurance for sending that along. All right, there you go. Says reduction of lactic acid, reduction of oxidative stress, increase in aerobic threshold. We shall see. All right, so here is the deal. I don't focus 100% on every single race. I don't have the bandwidth. I don't have, frankly, the time. So for non-peak races, tune-up races, even like Gasparilla, I was not 100% focused on that race in the sense that I had blocked everything out around me, all right? So when I'm talking about focus, when I'm talking about getting in the zone, when I'm talking about I want to go fly the W, like the last couple of years, I've really proven to myself, when I get in the zone, I block it. It's like, I don't really talk to too many people outside of True Love and the family, okay? So that's what I mean when I'm really honed in, focused on the task at hand, and that's what I'm gonna be doing in Rotterdam, okay? This is a peak race. This is an 18-week training block. How do I get in that zone? Turn off the phone. There you go. Pretty simple. I turn off the phone, so I will have the phone on basically Friday morning, and then for the group run in Rotterdam, and then boom, it's over, okay? So Rotterdam, turn off the phone. I try to calm myself down, so I'll pivot away from any sort of media, no TV, no movies, no crazy music. Yes, I'm gonna say it. Classical music. I love classical music. It just calms me down. Oh, I almost just told you smooth jazz, but even smooth jazz is almost too intense for me. Classical music, okay? And then last but not least, I focus on the race day game plan. Trust your gut. So what is my game plan? 3:15 per kilometer. If somebody, like a lot of people email me and message me before these peak races and they're like, hey Seth, do you want to run in a group? And sometimes I respond and say yes, but I ask them like, what's your pace? If they want to run 3:10 per kilometer, and I know like I'm not going to go with them. Like I'm not going to run with them at 3:10 per kilometer. I know my race day game plan. Trust your game plan. Don't run somebody else's race is what I'm trying to say. And then as I just mentioned in the car, perspective. Keep it all in perspective. That calms me down so much. I've told this story before. I'll say it real quick. We never got hyped up before races in college. Calm mind on the starting line. Calm mind. We didn't do chants. We didn't do cheers. We didn't do songs. Calm mind. And that's been my approach for the last decade, and it's turned out pretty good in some of these peak races. All right, so there you go. That's my process for getting in the zone, for focusing on the task at hand, especially for these peak races. All right, here we go. We got a lot of comments of the day. Hopefully I can see the screen here. Steve Servo says, the last time Seth, so this is yesterday, who saw yesterday's vlog, the newest running shoe to hit the 8s for my scoring system. The last time Seth recommended a Skechers was the Go Run Max Road 5, and it has been one of my favorite shoes of all time. I'm approaching 500 miles and they still look and feel incredible. That's great news, Steve. Just ordered a pair of these last week and I am super excited for them to arrive. Steve, congrats, man, on getting a shoe to 500 miles. If you care to send me photos, please don't hesitate. And then Colin Hall gets the second comment of the day. Remember, the question of the day was, what is some of your favorite international food? And bonus points if you can drop a recipe in the comments. Colin says, I love Mediterranean food, specifically falafel/shawarma. A good shawarma is really easy to make. Marinade chicken, a chicken breast, flank steak in oil, garlic, turmeric, lemon, and clove, and throw it on the grill. Pick up some hummus and garlic from your local restaurant. You can make it yourself, but I've never been successful in recreating the deliciousness. And add in some sweet pickles and turnips. You can put it over rice or in a wrap. Not very labor intensive and healthy. Colin, you're amazing. That sounds epic, man. Maybe after Rotterdam, I'm gonna have to try that recipe right there, Colin. All right, there you go. Question of the day, how do you get into the zone? How do you focus, really focus for your peak races? Thanks for hitting it up down in the comments. Onward and upward. We're gonna toss it to the running race playlist. Yes, there's a lot of videos, a lot of race day vlogs right there. Running race playlist right there. All right, everyone, seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.